Hello, my viewers. A very warm welcome. Good evening to each and every people watching here right now. And by now, you must be knowing who is my guest tonight. A very special guest indeed. And before I welcome her, before I ask her to come on screen live with me, I'll just show you one thing. I never know. Actually, I should start with this. See, this is the book Skin Talks. Okay, so I'm very fond of reading books. I'm really very much fond of reading books, and one fine evening on a Sunday evening, I remember it very clearly actually. I went to this crossword and I grabbed this book. To be very honest, I don't have a clear skin, and Skin Talks is my companion since 2015, if I'm not wrong, 2015 or 16, and that time I came to know exactly what my skin is all about, rather what the skin is all about in general. To each and every skin tone it caters. This book caters to each and every skin tone. And then I started googling about Mrs. Sharad, that is Dr. Jaishree Sharad. And by God's grace today, I am indeed counting my blessings today that I'm interviewing herself. So I will welcome her. I'll join her. I'll ask her to join in a moment or two. And by the time you people can tell me whether I'm audible or not, whether I'm visible or not, if there is any glitches, any technical error, any double sound, please let me know, because I want this conversation to be very clear, crystal clear, so that each and every word is reaching your ears, reaching your brain. And yeah, it's already 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. and I'll just invite Dr. J. Hello, Mrs.
Hello.
Sharad. Hello, Dr. J. Good evening. Very much welcome to Let's Uncork with lovely Gupta. Good evening,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. Very good evening. Very good evening.
Ma'am, especially first of all, I want to thank you for joining me live. And secondly, I have known you since 2014 via this book. And till date, this is a companion for me, ma'am.
Thank you so much. That's so
So this
sweet.
is
Thank
really
you.
lovely. And still this, I mean, whenever I'm in a doubt, I always grab this book, read a couple of pages and I'm done with it.
So sweet. I'm so glad it is helping you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So basically, ma'am, I'll just start with this live, and this, as everyone knows, my live is all about empowering, busting myths, and encouraging people to know what's exactly is correct instead of following the myths, so-called myths available in net, available in social media sites. So, ma'am, before we start about skin care, about all the details about skin, it's already too much there. The information is already there in your Instagram handle on the books you have authored. Ma'am, why don't you show us the behind the scenes things, ma'am? I would like to know what goes behind. How, if I ask you, how do we imagine a day in Dr. J's life, ma'am?
Oh, currently, it's a very hectic day, but I enjoy every bit of it. I would like to start with today. Somebody wrote a comment on my Instagram saying, it doesn't look nice, doctors dancing like this, because I do a lot of reels.
Okay, ma'am.
And I want to tell people that I'm also a human being. I also have emotions. I also, want to dance and sing and play and enjoy my life. But coming to how a day in my life, is I start my day early. I start at about 6 o'clock. I meditate, then I exercise, and then I leave for work. Mm, because my clinic is it takes about an hour to reach my clinic. So, yeah, meditation, exercise, work. It's very hectic throughout the day. I usually finish by 8:30, 9 in the evening. Um, reach home by 10:30. Then I sit to, edit a lot of journal articles. I'm on the editorial board of a lot of international dermatology journals. So I do all that. And currently, I am also writing chapters, textbook chapters for 4 cosmetic dermatology textbooks. So I have to wake up a little early. I wake up at 4 because 4 to 6 is my writing time,
That's
and the
really
day is
lovely.
over. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Ma'am,
it's hectic. So I Dr. Jaishree's life doesn't have Netflix or movies or etc. etc. It's always like this. I don't know if it's boring because I enjoy it. Um, yeah, that's what it
ma'am, do we
is.
count that as a secret to a healthy skin?
Uh, I think one, I am, yes, I'm passionate about my work. So I think to be happy and to learn to deal with stress itself is one of the secrets to healthy skin. But it's also a lot of healthy diet, no sugar, no dairy, exercise regularly, follow a proper skincare routine, and of course, skin treatments. I'm from maybe the age of 35, so maybe the last decade, some or the other stuff, new laser or new device that comes to the clinic gets experimented on me first. So I guess
Ma'am, 21 plus years into this profession, you are not only helping people with their skin, but also building someone's confidence, someone's personality. I mean, it's a big task in all. Overall, it's a big task. So, how does it take? Like, how do you feel the thing on your shoulders? How does it takes to be such a influencer, ma'am? And
uh,
that too sensational influencer.
oh my God. Uh, Honestly, I don't really think about it that way because for me, every patient has always been important, and every patient who comes to me with a skin issue, there's always a story behind it. Whether it's acne or acne scars or hyperpigmentation or whatever. So empathy is, I think, the most important thing. So if you have empathy and you have time to sit and understand what the patient is going through, half the battle is won. And once the face is cleared and the patient gets more confident, it's victory. So I always look at it that way, and I don't really make an extra effort or try to do something different. I just be myself. And I do have this probably that little knack. I shouldn't call it knack, but people do like to come and talk to me about whatever issues because ultimately it reflects on the skin. See, stress is one of the major factors which will increase anything in skin, be it dark circles or acne or eczemas or psoriasis. So, invariably, when you're not just writing a prescription but also trying to get behind the depth of why is this person suffering, there's
Right,
always a
right.
story. And if you can help the person um, figure out how to face that story of his or her life, along with giving your prescription, it helps.
But ma'am, you are exceptional because every time you are breaking the glass ceiling with so many awards, so many allocates, so many acknowledgements, ma'am, how do you manage that in short?
Uh,
In itself, it's a huge
I
responsibility.
thank you. You're very kind, but again, I will tell you that I live every day of my life with gratitude and with passion, with a keen interest in learning because I want to learn newer things all the time. I don't really think of what is going to happen tomorrow. I live for today and I do my best. So whatever I do, you know, like even I tell my staff कि अगर झाड़ू भी करोगे तो अच्छे से करो, right? So if you do it with dedication, passion, honesty, sincerity, whatever you do, there will be some form of, you know, reward or award or whatever.
Ma'am, you are a cosmetic dermat who is often referred as a dynamite in a small package by Namrata Dutt. Salman Khan trusts only one doctor with his face, that is Dr. J. And getting a forward by Sri Amitabh Bachchan, who is a legend himself. Even you have idolized him since forever. So how all these allocates, ma'am, do they actually burden you or they act as an escalator to push yourself further?
No, neither, neither,
Okay,
neither.
ma'am.
So as I said, everybody is a patient for me. So, if I just keep doing my work honestly and sincerely and give the best to each of my patients, learn what is latest and learn the art well, learn the anatomy, learn the technique, knowledge. So if I have that and I keep working hard, not really differentiating or putting myself in a spot where I have to prove something to somebody. I don't. I only have to
Right,
compete with
right.
myself. I have to prove something to myself. So, so neither do I get, bogged down,
Flattered.
nor do I have
Right.
to sort of feel that, oh my God, this is something on my shoulder. No, doesn't.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, coming to the concerns of our viewers, because as soon as I posted your story, there were many DMs, many messages. I would like you to bust some myths, ma'am. So basically, my first myth, which I received as my DM, was brown skin is not beautiful and skincare is only limited to female breed.
No. Okay. There are two things you've talked about. One is brown skin is not beautiful.
Right, ma'am.
Now, brown skin is actually very beautiful. I think dusky looks very sexy too.
Exactly, ma'am.
Uh, Now, when we have more melanin, in our skin, we are brown. Okay? Melanin is actually protecting, it's a natural ultraviolet A and B rays protector, right? Which is why we do not get sunburns, we do not get skin cancer, we do not get, too many rashes, we don't see freckles so often in Indian skin. We don't wrinkle so fast if you see,
Yes, ma'am.
right? This is all because our skin is brown. And we need to acknowledge that. We need to understand that.
Accept that.
So it's very important that, more than accepting, knowing that dark skin is actually safer skin because you don't age fast, you don't get wrinkles fast, you don't get skin cancer, right? So there's no question of
Yes, ma'am.
accepting. It's more about knowing it and feeling proud of it. So that's your number one. Your number two is that skin care is a female thing. Actually, if you see my reel that I posted yesterday, I said men have skin too.
Exactly.
Skin is the largest organ of the body and it regulates temperature. It is a sense organ for touch, pain, etc. It is a hormonal organ. Okay, a lot of hormonal changes take place in the skin. It is also vitamin D is secreted here, so it's protecting you from the environment. So it's not just a beauty covering on the outer surface of your body. It does a lot more. So I think we should learn to respect our skin and understand that every gender needs skincare. It's not just females or just males or just. So every skin, every gender, every age needs
If I'm
skincare.
not wrong, ma'am, with every change of season, we need to change our routine as well for skincare.
Uh, Not everything. You just need to change probably your moisturizer and your face wash. But otherwise, you can keep the rest of it the same.
Exactly, ma'am. Ma'am, with the my next point or myth maybe, ma'am, it is easy to instead to opt for the treatments by a professional. It is easy to spend money on expensive products uh, that are marketed very well on social online portal sites, on in the malls we get. So it is better to opt those products, and also DIYs are better to use because they are coming straight from our kitchen, ma'am.
Right. So your first question is about it's better to buy expensive products online. You may buy the best products online
Instead going for the professional help.
instead of going to a dermatologist. You're saying it's better to go and buy expensive products.
Exactly.
Now the thing is that you may buy the most expensive product which is available, but it may not suit your skin, right? It may not serve the purpose of taking care of your pigmentation or acne, or sometimes it can give you adverse effects. It can give irritation, burns, scarring, etc. Um, and sometimes just a product will not help. You will need treatments. So let me first tell you how do we become dermatologists. It's not a 2-month, 3-month course after 12th standard, right? Or it's not just by reading a lot of internet and you become an influencer or a blogger and
Exactly.
or you
Exactly.
read or you were working with some fashion magazine and suddenly or you were a beauty editor and suddenly you've become an influencer. No. So after our 12th grade, after our 12th standard, we study for 5.5 years, which is MBBS, to become a doctor. And then we study for another 3 years, right, to become a postgraduate in dermatology. And then we study for another year to do our fellowship in cosmetic dermatology. So there is 9.5 years of study after 12th standard to
Exactly.
become a cosmetic dermatologist. And it doesn't end there because you have to constantly upgrade yourself. There's so much new, there's so much science and research. Every single day there's something new to learn. And we're constantly studying. If you see, if you ask my son, what's his mom's favorite pastime, he'll say, reading all the latest journals and articles on fillers and Botox or whatever. Because we're constantly studying, because we wanted to, give the best to our patients.
Exactly.
So there's so much of effort and study and knowledge that goes
But
behind
ma'am,
being what we are. So where is the question of a cream seen on social media, you know, doing some miracle without the help? You'll end up with side effects. I'm sorry. Or it may
but
not do anything at all,
exactly, it may not do anything.
right? The second thing that you talked about was home remedies. Now, again, I'm not really against home remedies, but you need to ask a qualified person as to what home remedy would suit you. For example, if you have oily skin and you apply malai or you apply a lot of milk, you will clog your pores and end up with acne. Similarly, if you have dry skin and you apply tomatoes and cucumber and potato slices, you know, you will just cause irritation and burns on your skin. So if you are on an anti-acne treatment you're using, or if you're using retinol every day, and then you suddenly are going and applying lime and lemon, you'll get burns. So it's important to understand what that home remedy, that particular ingredient, what are the benefits and harms, what is it going to do to your skin type, rather than just blindly using something because my friend has used baking soda with chane ka atta and it has made her fair, so let me also try. No, please beware,
But
because
don't you
your
think,
skin may
ma'am,
not
these
behave that
days,
way.
but don't you think, ma'am, these days people experiment seeing here and there. They do not actually apply logic to it. They are
Well, what
actually
can you do?
falling a trap.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, lovely, the number of side effects that I have seen in my clinic post lockdown, it has far outnumbered the side effects that I would earlier see. And that is primarily because people have gone and experimented and bought things on their own without consulting with a dermatologist. And they've tried their own home remedies and they've ended up with acne, rashes, scars, burns, hyperpigmentation, you know, everything, all sorts of things. So it's not a great space. I mean, it's nice to be aware. A lot of times people even ask me on Instagram. They ask me for an anti-acne cream, or they say, "Oh, I've got hyperpigmentation, please give me something." What's the guarantee that I give you something like this by just looking, not even seeing you, and and you may develop a reaction to it, right? So
Exactly.
this, so we may be a tad bit better than the others, but we still need to examine your skin.
So, ma'am, what would be the 5 mantras to keep our skin healthy?
Number one is, your skin is what you eat, so please eat healthy and, avoid sugar, avoid junk food, avoid dairy. You can have buttermilk, you can have probiotics, but probably don't have milk. Eat a lot of greens, eat a lot of brightly colored fruits and vegetables because they are very rich in antioxidants. Drink a lot of water, 2.5, 3 liters, unless you have a kidney issue or something where the doctor has told you not to have. Um, then, of course, stay away from smoking and alcohol, because, especially smoking, because nicotine is very, very harmful for your skin, you know. And then exercise, that is important. Learn to deal with stress, because cortisol and other hormones, the stress hormones, will cause your collagen to break down, and also cause hyperpigmentation, so dark circles, fine lines, dull skin, hair fall, acne. These are all stress related. And of course, skincare routine. So in your skincare routine, even if you don't layer your skin with 10 things, what you need to do in the morning is cleanse, moisturize, and use a sunscreen. Do not forget a sunscreen whatsoever. At
Ma'am, what
bedtime,
about.
you
Sorry,
cleanse
ma'am.
again. No problem. At bedtime, you cleanse, you apply an under eye serum, and then apply a cream that is required for your skin, whether it's for anti-acne, or it's for pigmentation, or it's just a moisturizer or something. So keep it that simple, but do it.
Ma'am, many a times vegetarians have complaints that they do not get a good source of protein if they avoid dairy products. So, what superfoods would you advise for vegetarians, ma'am?
That's a complete myth but you can definitely have yogurt and get your protein from that if at all you feel. But let me tell you that, you know, you're not getting adequate proteins from milk. No. You need to have sprouts, pulses, lentils. Of course, lentils are also a lot of carb. But if you have sprouts, if you have mushrooms, if you have tofu, you know, um, you can have paneer. So these are good sources of protein. Rajma, chana, chole, you know, moong, all these things. And then you have peas.
Ma'am,
Mutter is a very rich source of protein. Mushrooms, yes, I've talked about. Nutrella, like soya, is a very rich source of protein.
right. Ma'am, before I wrap my life, ma'am, one powerful message you swear by or you want to give to my audience.
Uh, I always think that you should live each day as it comes, and only compete with yourself, and you know live to be happy.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining me live.
You're
I
welcome.
wish you all the very best for the days,
Thank
for the
you.
years to come, and
Thank
hopefully
you.
I get to read your next book very soon, ma'am.
My Skin Rules is out. You haven't read it, I believe.
Ma'am, I am
It
on
is a
my way to
bestseller.
finish that book. Ma'am, I
Oh,
am on my way
nice.
to finish that book. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you. सो दिस वॉज डॉक्टर जयश्री शरद एंड इस बीच अगर आपके पास भी कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो प्लीज़ मेरे पास भेजिएगा एंड बाय द टाइम आई रैप माई शो आई मस्ट रिमाइंड यू वॉच माई रील्स वॉच माई वीडियोज एंड DM me to see to check on me whether I am going to take your questions in my live or not. Just let me know what you want in my next live, what you want in my next reels. Till then, take care. Bye bye.